Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This has been a very anticipated video. I finally have my hands on the Tati Beauty Volume 1 Textured Neutrals palette. This is Tati Westbrook, the GlamLifeGuru's first launch. I mean, outside of Halo Beauty and her supplement line, this is the first launch of Tati Beauty. This is where it starts. I have been a fan of Tati's for a very long time. I posted a video, it's going to be cringeworthy, but I am going to link it right here, that I did almost 2 years ago of, the video was titled Tati Made Me Do It. It was all about high-end, bougie, and in some cases overpriced items that based on Tati's recommendations, I picked up and I spent my money on, and you guys will see in that video. But obviously Tati is a powerhouse here on YouTube. She does, well now 3 videos a week, but for the longest time, she put up 5 videos a week. I do 3 and I don't think I could imagine doing 5. But behind that, there was always thoughtful content. It was never a video just to post a video. There was always thought-provoking or really interesting items. So I love that she is coming out with a beauty line, because with thousands of videos and hundreds of reviews, I would expect her to know what she's talking about. So if you want to see all of the details on this palette, make sure to keep on watching. And please don't forget to subscribe, because I do upload 3 times a week. And that is the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you want to see all of the details and all of the tea behind the new Tati Beauty Textured Volume 1 Neutrals palette, keep on watching. Alright, so first thing, the palette does retail for $48. It is currently sold out, but I believe they are still taking pre-sales. So if you did want to get your hands on this, they are guaranteeing shipping by December 15th. So if you were looking to order this for the holidays, it is definitely going to be available. Right out of the box, it definitely comes in a really sleek, very cute, it's not like a full-on box, it is like a little sleeve. The packaging that this shipped in was literally like recycled cardboard wrapped around the palette in a small box. So I know Tati is very big on like sustainably shipping and making sure you're cutting down your ecological footprint and making sure that we're not doing a whole lot to kill the environment. And this very much follows along with that mentality. If it was shipped minimal packaging, minimal filler, really well done. So I am very happy about that. There are 4 formulas in this palette and 6 color stories. Palette is a very smooth suede, and inside it comes with, honestly, probably the nicest mirror. That's glitter that I just got my finger on. Probably the nicest mirror I have seen in a palette pretty much ever. It is massive, and I feel like if you're traveling, this is all that you would need. The 4 shades across the bottom are Memory, Ritual, Story, Soothe, Aura, and Poet. And then they each come in 4 different finishes: matte, sequin, metallic, and glitter. Now, Tati did say in her video that the glitters, well, it's the top row, but in your perspective, the bottom row down here are not eye safe. They are cosmetic glitters, so they really won't cause an issue, but don't put them in the waterline and don't put them directly in the eye. I will be putting it on the lid today because I'm badass like that. I originally was going to stick to like a monochromatic palette, because you can definitely just go down the line and make really any look you want. Tati also did say that if you go diagonally, all of those colors will be very flattering. So like those 4 together will create a very nice look. And looking at it in person, I definitely do agree with that. But I think I want to go with something a little bit more all over the place. So I am going to be playing around with a few of the matte shades, and I'm going to at least try 1 of every formula. So I'm going to start with my first blending brush that I use every time I do my makeup. This is the Makeup Shack T11 Domed Top Fluffy Brush. And I'm going to go into the Soothe shade right here. And I'm going to take the matte formula because it's a transition shade. I'm just going to get it out of the way now and tell you I will not be doing swatches in this video. If you want to see swatches, feel free to head over to the Tati Beauty Instagram. You'll be able to see full-on swatches of everything. I just personally do not believe in swatches. For me, it's all about how the product performs on a brush, because with the exception of like shimmer shades, which I may swatch 1 or 2, that's the only thing I'm applying with my finger. Everything else I'm using a brush. That being said, This product is blending out beautifully. It is depositing color nicely. I'm pressing into the pan and I'm not getting a lot of kick up. So I'm definitely, you're not going to be wasting powder kicking up everywhere. But yeah, for me, it's got to work on the eyes. I don't care how it swatches. I need it to be pretty when I'm trying to wear it. But, I mean, we got some nice definition that actually worked out quite nicely. I'm then going to take Aura, but I'm going to take Aura in the sequin shade. And I'm going to take that on it's a little bit more of a fluffy brush. When Tati was talking about this formula, she said the way to use it is to pick it up on your brush and just kind of pat it. Don't buff it, because if you buff it, you are going to ruin the effect because the glitter is going to kind of fall out everywhere. So I'm going to pat this as a brow bone highlight. And when I do that, I definitely see the glitter and sparkle from that pigment. I am going to go a little lower with that brush and just blend the crease area because I want the glitter and the shimmer to be on the brow bone. I really don't want it in the crease, so I want to see how that works. Beautiful. So once you kind of blend the crease, that shimmer does go away. So you do get, you guys can even see, like I do have that pinpoint highlight at the top of the brow, but it's not in the crease, which I didn't want. That formula, you will see, did have a little bit more kick up, but not so much as, like, I've had some palettes where there's so much kick up, it's horrible. Next, I'm going to try Ritual, the matte shade down here. It's the matte brown. And I'm going to take a little bit of that on, this is Morphe R39. And I'm going to press that on the outer portion of the eye. So right off the bat, that does deposit quite a bit of pigment. I mean, full disclosure, you guys know, for Tati to come out with a palette, it almost has to be perfect. Like, I don't think thousands of videos, hundreds of, if not thousands of products reviewed, she's not afraid to give something a bad review if it doesn't work, but she'll also be the first person to call out a product as being amazing if it's that great. And I feel like with how rigorous she is and the standards she holds everybody else's products to, I expected hers to be perfect. And so far, nothing is disappointing. I'm going to take a tiny bit more of that first brown Soothe and just blend the crease out. If I was to take the time to really buff that shade out, I feel like just by looking at the formula, you can get a one shadow smoky eye and have it blend really smoothly. But just for the sake of time, I'm going to use the lighter shade to blend it out, because you'll notice that just kind of makes everything a lot easier and a lot faster. I'm going to take a tiny bit of the Aura matte shade, because you guys know I do like to take a matte cream or bone color and just take that to blend around the eye. That's something I like to do because it just makes the blend so much smoother and just kind of fixes everything. And I am also taking whatever's left on the brush and kind of hitting up the socket of the eye, taking that into the nose contour, just because it is going to make it a little bit more of a dramatic, exaggerated eye. I'm going to take a little bit more of Ritual, and I'm going to pull it about halfway onto the lid. Beautiful. I'm going to go into a much smaller shade, and I'm going to take Memory, which is the matte black. I love a good matte black, but I do like to go in with a light hand. And I'm just going to add a touch of this. Oh, wow. Okay. So with this black, it is quite pigmented. A little goes a very long way. And I'm really just adding a little bit of black for smokiness on the outer portion of the eye. And I am going to blend it into the brown. Now, the reason I wanted to do a look like this today is I feel like everybody is doing these monochromatic looks, and they are really playing around with all of the shimmer and metallic and glitter and sequin pigments all together. I feel like you can tell a lot about a shadow formula by how the mattes blend into each other, and it's much easier to get a metallic formula down And these are blending quite effortlessly, so I am a fan. For the lid shade, I think I'm going to go in with, I'm going to be taking a glitter over it. So I'm going to take Story, which is going to be a little bit warmer. This is a metallic, so I am going to take it on my finger. It is like an orange with like a yellow shift to it. And I'm going to pull that across the inner portion of the lid. That's really pretty. It's not giving me a lot of fallout on the under eye. It's layering quite nicely on top of the black and brown shades. It's definitely keeping a lot of that orange intensity, which I do like. I am going to grab a packing brush and take a little bit more of that shade, and I'm going to spray it with a little bit of Fix Plus, because I do want to see if it does get more metallic and vibrant, because right now it is a pretty standard shimmer shade, but I always apply them wet, so that's gonna, oh yeah, definitely much more payoff with that shimmer when you use a brush. Yeah, just look at the difference from one to the next. So much more vibrant. Normally, these shifty duochrome shades are the ones that I tend to like the least in a palette. And I'm really quite a fan of this like jack-o'-lantern vibe I'm getting. I'm going to blend a little bit of that brown back over where those colors meet. That's really pretty. I am going to highlight the inner corner with the shade Aura, and I'm taking Aura the Metallic. I keep looking for my mirror, but I have a giant one right here. Yeah, look at that. And I haven't even gone into the glitters yet. That's really pretty. All right, I'm going to take those same shades and just tie up the lower lash line, and then I'll be back to play with some glitter. All right, so lower lash is just a little smoky and nice and easy. It always looks bottom heavy until I throw lashes on. But before I do lashes, I have to do glitter. So I was looking at the shades, and honestly, they're all very pretty. But the one Aura seems to have almost like a rainbow shift to it. Whereas, so Poet has that same mauve-y tone, but there's almost a purple shift in that one. There is a blue base in the black tone. Bronze is bronze, copper is copper, gold is gold. But Aura just has the most beautiful shift to it. But I kind of want to keep this, like, I don't know, oranginess on there. I'm torn. You know what? I think I'm just going to go full out and stick to the copper shade. So I'm going to take... Am I going to do it? Am I going to regret it? I don't know. I don't know. All right, I'm going to swatch them both. Sold. Copper. Copper it is. I lied. Not swatching them both. That is beautiful. Honestly, I expected my entire under eye to be covered with glitter. There's a little bit of fallout, I'm not going to lie. But honestly, not that much, all things considered. I expected it to be a whole lot worse. You definitely want to place it down and not go crazy finessing it, because it's when I start like pulling it and manipulating it that it starts to kind of fall out everywhere. I'm going to take a very precise crease brush. You don't really want to blend this or you will mess it up, but I am just going to gently trace the crease just to make sure that any glitter in the crease is diffused. So I did apply that on my finger, and I don't know if you can see, but very minimal glitter is still on my finger. There's a little bit of pigment there, but that's it. So all things considered, I definitely think that it's quite a nice glitter formula because you're not getting a whole lot of it stuck on your finger like you do with most other pressed glitters. I'm going to take, I'm missing a brush. It was just in front of me. There it is. I'm going to take a touch more of the dark brown, and I'm just going to press it over the outermost portion of the eye just to make sure I know I went in a little bit wider with the glitter than I wanted. but just to tone it down a little so we still get that smoky eye effect with that beautiful copper. All right, I'm going to go throw on some mascara and lashes, and I keep catching my reflection of the glitter, and I think it is beautiful. I'm going to go do that, and I'll be right back. So I didn't do that yet because, the camera was still rolling. I did look in my mirror, and I just took an eyeshadow brush to kind of just flick away the fallout, and it is working quite beautifully. I'm not it's not disturbing what's underneath, but it's definitely picking up that glitter. So it's definitely more of like an emollient formula that if you do get a little bit of fallout and you do your eyes after your foundation, you can just kind of sweep it right off. Now I'm going to go do lashes and mascara, and I'll be back. Beautiful. So with lashes on, it is definitely full glam. I think that this is a beautiful glitter. I am going to say that of the formulas that I did use today, the glitter is probably the one that I'm going to dip into the least, just because I don't really typically love a full-on glitter moment. And if I do, I like the Stila glitters because they're a little bit more precise. I'm going to try these with my brushes and see if I can get a nice smooth application with a brush, because if I have to use my fingers, I don't know how much I'm going to use it. However, the effect is beautiful. I definitely do have a little bit of gook already on the palette. So that being said, I can see this getting a little on the dirty side, but when it comes to traveling, I've got my transition shades, I've got my brightening shades, I've got a pop of color, I've got the dark colors. Honestly, this is everything you need for a Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette. It's definitely everything that I think I would need in one place. Maybe some more pops of color, but honestly, formula-wise, it's beautiful. I can't wait to play with it some more. Definitely a hit from me. Let me know if you're going to be picking this up and what you think, because I did a video a very long time ago, like I mentioned earlier, and Tati has been a huge inspiration for me. She's the one who I really based my channel off of. I wanted the integrity of an honest review, the no drama, no bullshit mentality, and that's something that I still hold to today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!